Welcome to Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. Grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's dive into real conversations about life, motherhood, and a little inspiration to brighten your day.
Good day and welcome.
Good day.
Good day. We are going to be talking about the comparison trap.
Lord help.
Social media versus reality.
Social media, because believe it or not, everything you see on social media is not reality.
That's not what it looks like in the background.
It's not.
We're going to talk about that today. I'm excited about this topic because so many times we fall into that trap.
Yep.
So many times. And it doesn't matter who you are, you are doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah, even if you try not to do it, your brain still goes there.
Right.
Still wants to go
So
there.
we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
Yes.
All right, but first we're going to talk about Long's Products, our favorite janitorial company out of Alexandria. They are family owned and operated in Louisiana since 1950, and they're in their third generation of operation.
Mm-hmm.
They have their very own special Pelican brand chemicals that are made right there in Alexandria. They're so popular on TikTok, and they are also on Amazon. You could find all of these on Amazon as well.
Easy to get.
longsproducts.com.
Mm-hmm.
They have a showroom that's open to the public right off of I-49 on exit 83. And they stock cleaning chemicals, mops, brooms, trash bags, to-go plates, fall,
more
film,
stuff than you would
gumbo
think.
bowls, and all types of cleaning supplies. So before you go and shop the big box stores, y'all remember that family-owned is the way to go. And you supporting a lot more than when you support a family-owned business.
Absolutely. Okay, so this topic, I feel like in our world, like everything, we get our news, first of all, on social media. Like I can't tell you the last time I've watched the news. So how kind of dangerous is that, you know? Not to say that everything you see on the news is right or wrong, it's just, but like
I feel it to be more credible.
It may be more credible. But then, they could put their own spin on it too.
They do and do, okay?
But now that we access our news on social media, how much of that is accurate?
The lines are so blurred.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what outlet you are watching on.
Yeah.
But not only in news, but just in like what people show you.
Correct.
As far as us, one of my favorite things we get from people that watch us, people that listen to us, is how we're real. Okay. But even in what we do, there's real, and then there's things that you don't see. You see.
Yeah. Even as much as we try to be transparent and like you're not gonna see, my house is never fully picked up. You know what I mean? Like our kitchens are real, our kids are real, like our appearances are real. Sometimes you're gonna see me with makeup, sometimes you're not gonna see me with makeup, hair, doesn't matter. If I think of something funny that I want to make a video about, I'm gonna make it, 9 out of 10 times, unless I feel like I'm really looking rough, then I might wait. But see, that's part of it. Like you may not see.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you made a video in your gown before, though.
I have. I definitely have.
You can't get more real than that.
No, I threw a robe on though, so you couldn't see nothing. Now, but
right. That's not that type of channel.
We're not that type of channel, correct? But this reminds me of a funny story. So I went to an engagement party. And some people had recognized me. This man had recognized me. And so I see, like, he was kind of looking at me, like I could tell he was trying to place me, but I didn't say anything. So then I see him, like, he's showing he's got his phone in his hand, and he's showing his wife, or a lady next to him, I'm assuming was his wife. And she's looking, and I'm like, so I kind of waved, like, yeah, like, this is me. And she said, well, he showed me this video, but I told him, no, that lady's a lot older than that lady over there. And it was a video I did I had no makeup on. I was like, no, that's me. That's what I look like, just with no makeup.
That's me. That's what it is on the daily.
I don't always look like this. Put together. But I thought, how funny, like, my husband lives with two different people, like
It's
two
true.
different versions of me.
And he loves them
And
both.
he loves them
He
both.
deals with them both. That's so interesting. And that's something that I like to, especially since we do the makeup, but
Mhm.
most days it's not like that. I told her before I got here, if you're watching,
Yeah.
you see this hair, it can't all be done at one time. I said,
It's
you get the makeup or the hair, sometimes you get both.
Yeah, sometimes when we
But
lucky.
we,
When
it
it don't
just,
work out that way, then you get what you get.
you get what you get
Yeah.
and you don't pitch your fit. Or you keep on scrolling. It's okay
Mhm.
too. But in my videos, a lot of times I'll be like, okay, you see this, if just in case you want to know what's in the background of my videos, it's a whole slew of stuff.
Mhm.
Bunch of clothes. I'm like, here's a margarita. One of them I was like, this is a margarita machine. This is a big pile of clothes I've been needing to do for a couple of days. It just is what it is.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's not enough people showing what's really going on. We
Yeah.
see a lot of beautiful, beautiful kitchens and beautiful things, and that's
It's
all
true.
nice. But y'all know y'all splattering stuff all over them kitchens.
Mhm. Y'all know they got your laundry baskets are overflowing,
Mhm.
and don't try to pretend like it's not,
I
I would
can't.
how exhausting. I'm thinking like how exhausting to try to be put together all the time. Like that's
Mhm.
eventually going to catch up to you and you might just explode on
Mhm.
somebody,
Oh, I can't keeping it all together, my house being clean, my kitchen being clean, my poor babysitter. I told her, you got that one time. I'll clean my house for you.
No, that's it. Just the intro
That's
because
it,
I didn't want you to look and run away the first
Right.
time.
Now you already know the deal. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you now. So
Yeah.
it just, and it'll get done, but there's sometimes other more important things that need to be seen about. And there was a post I found my friend Kat, um, and I always call her Cat Kirkpatrick, but she's
Mhm.
Cat Fall right now.
Mhm.
And she posted a long time ago that stuck with me. It was called Dust If You Must.
Okay.
And if you feel like your house needs to have, vacuum lines and all that stuff, that's
Mhm.
fine. One day my house will have vacuum lines. But at this point, it's about, being with my kids and spending as much time with them.
Yeah.
And
Seasons.
it's just gonna be,
Seasons,
it's
yeah.
seasons. It's gonna be ugly and it's gonna be gross. But you didn't come to my house to see how clean it was. You came to my house to visit me or bother me or whatever.
That's it. I already know what to expect, and I'm here for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they have. Well, an idea to how some of this might have gotten started, and it's the filters.
Yeah.
Like think about like back when COVID time when everybody was on Snapchat, and I feel like Snapchat was the first ones that had maybe it
Heavy
wasn't, but like
filters.
heavy, pretty blurring
Mhm.
filters.
Instagram. I did filters for a while.
Yeah, back
On
when
only
they first came
Instagram because I was
out.
very confused about Instagram. I'm like, everything's so pretty on Instagram. Maybe
Yeah,
people that watch Instagram only want to see the pretty things.
only the
And I
pretties.
sat on that for a while because
Mhm.
I was like, maybe that's
Trying to
what
give
they
them
want
what
to
they want to
see.
see. Yeah.
But that's not, because when we started opening up our what our content is about to Instagram, that's when it took
Mhm.
off. People want to see what it's really like. They do.
Mhm.
So there was a time that I filtered,
Yeah, yeah. I done
but
used to do reels with filters on them, and now it's like,
nothing
especially
is
in the
filtered.
makeup world that we're in, like we represent a makeup company, and how false to be
Mhm.
doing your makeup or a video with filters. I don't believe in that. Honestly,
No,
I don't. I
because
feel like that's
yeah,
false advertisement and
absolutely, yeah.
unreal expectations.
Mhm.
You look at a person's skin, and like these filters have made us believe that people ain't supposed to have pores. People ain't supposed to have
Wrinkles on their
lines.
foreheads
People
and
ain't,
in their
yeah.
eyes
It's
and
like, why? That's our
mhm.
skin. That's how God made us.
Mhm.
That is, and look, that's no judgment on you if
Oh,
you get
absolutely not.
procedures done or whatever. If
Do
you want,
you, do you.
no, but I'm just saying that like there's an unspoken almost expectation, and as women I don't feel like nobody's telling us we have to look this way, but when that's all you see
Mhm.
and you compare yourself to that, like you start believing that,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
fall into the trap too, and I'm like, man, my forehead's so big. Like, why? I have a washboard up here with all these
Why?
lines.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, why? Like, I need Botox, or I need something, But
But like, who says
that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we both have talked about it. Hey, want to go? And then we're like, our husbands are like, no,
No.
no, 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 no.
Correct.
And then we're like, okay, we kind of got out of it, whatever. But it's like, that's because that's all we would see.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, okay. But again, in the skincare and makeup business, you want it to be real. These are real
Right.
results. This is what a real woman looks like,
Right.
Gracefully aging
Gracefully aging is what it's
in
about.
the image and likeness of Jesus.
That's what we're trying to do,
Oh.
But good makeup and skincare does help.
That's right. Speaking of aging gracefully.
Yes.
Renewed Vitality offers a holistic approach to your health and wellness. She offers, my cousin Emily Alamo, she offers services from primary care to hormone replacement therapy and advanced functional lab testing. You could be well on your way to optimal health naturally with Renewed Vitality. Don't forget to book an online appointment with her through Facebook and Instagram or her website. Renewed Vitality, revitalize your health and reclaim your life.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. So,
yeah.
Moving right along.
Yeah, so we're talking about Instagram. Mainly, and it's Facebook too. You have to remember,
it's all over.
You have to remember that most of what you see on social media is the highlight reel of people's lives. Sometimes you'll see, and like I think that's what we try to do. Like we try to highlight not just the good things, but like when our kids do dumb stuff, like we kind of share that just so that other mamas know, like, you're not alone, kind of stuff, or like
or we let our kids holler in the background, because it is. I'm just thinking about that picture we took today with Roz and the baby, and like what a mess it was.
Yeah, there was nothing really posed about it except us, and it just life happening all around. But I feel like that's life. And
she was like, "Well, what you want to do with the baby?" I said, "Well, he's just gonna be in the picture. I mean, like he's just gonna be a part of this,
right?
Because this is what it is. It's a whole chaotic mess all the time."
But you know what worries me most about this whole unrealistic expectation of your life and is our youth. Like think about our girls growing up. Like if we don't teach them and show them what real life is like, all they seeing is their TikTok feed. All they seeing is their Instagram feed or whatever.
YouTube.
And if oh God, YouTube's a whole nother thing. We've heard stories, and especially for us being in the skincare and makeup world, we've heard stories of my 10-year-old daughter has an 8-step skincare routine because the TikTok influencer told her she needed an anti-aging eye cream. She didn't tell her, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they see that the next thing, and you got to realize these influencers are pushing product. Now, some of them, I'm not saying that they don't like it and they don't use it or whatever, but like, how many times you gonna have the best one ever of different brands? You know what I'm saying? Like this eye cream's the best. 2 weeks later, this eye cream is so good, it's the best. It's like, you just sold me this one and now we're moving on to another one. And these youth that don't know what they don't know, they don't know what they don't know. So they're influenced so easily unless we show them it doesn't have to be like that.
Right. And financially, in the long run, you can't keep up with influencers.
You can't keep up, right?
And so we're inevitably raising people who don't know how to manage their money. I mean, there's just so many rabbit holes we can go down with this, because
I never thought of that. Like how it could kind of it could spin out. It could reach down
right
into their life later,
Yeah.
always wanting the next best thing type of thing,
Well, think about how hard it is with us. I mean, we know how to budget our money. We know how to do, when to use what. And it's like that if we don't teach them it could be a real problem in the future for them. That, or even us, even
Yeah.
the people,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
comparison.
us too is comparison. Exactly. This it's all a form of comparison, which I've heard this quote many times that comparison is the thief of joy.
Thief of joy.
And we even find, I mean, you can compare godly things too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does she have that spiritual gift that I don't have?
Yeah.
Why can she pray so good and I can't? Why
Mm-hmm.
can she sing so beautifully and I can't? Like,
Mm-hmm. Why does
that's a
she get to,
lie.
why I must not be as good as her because she goes on retreats and
Mm.
she goes to all these
Well, look,
you
she
know
don't let her kids
she's
watch
been
YouTube, and I
right, and
do,
I
and
do. What does that say about me? I probably don't, I'm probably
I'm
not
bad. I'm
supposed
not
to
bad.
do that. I'm a bad
I'm bad.
mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not just social media. It's everything,
It's
and that's
everything.
why, like, you have to know who you are. And the only way to know who you are and be confident in who you are as a child of God is to have that relationship with Jesus. And I'm talking, like, daily. A
Mm-hmm.
daily time, because it's so easy to get caught up in what you think life should be like. And can you imagine all the marriages, all the relationships between mom and kids, and that you think, like, you don't know your example. Okay, you see a couple doing this, doing that, and you like, oh, you admire that, but then you start thinking, like, why don't we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, our marriage is not as good as theirs because they go on a date every Friday night,
But you don't see
but you don't
what's
see.
behind closed doors.
You got to remember
They
that.
might be dating each other every Friday night because that's the only time they get.
Mm-hmm.
Or, because they're working on their relationship. You just don't
You don't
know.
know.
That's what you don't see. There's no reason to be comparing
Mm-hmm.
to others. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's hard. It's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you have a strong relationship with the Lord, you still,
Yeah.
like, our minds still want to go to that place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But okay, let's take just a second to mention our sponsor. One of our sponsors for this month is Sure Title and Abstract Inc. Choose Sure Title and Abstract for all your title needs. Sure Title offers services like refinancing, new construction, renovations, and general real estate transactions. Okay, it's not the actual building. This is like for your title needs for these type
Mm-hmm.
of
And
transactions.
refinancing could be a blessing sometimes.
Absolutely. So y'all, Sure Title, they just celebrated their 10-year anniversary. And the attorney there, Maria Petrie, she has over 20 years of experience in the real estate, banking, and home building industries. Her business has been ranked in the top title companies in the Acadiana area. And just last year, this year in 2024, she was ranked number one in the Times of Acadiana. Isn't that
That is
awesome?
so awesome.
Yes.
How impressive is that?
Yeah, I know. I have so many companies to choose from. You can choose Sure Title and Abstracting, and you can be confident in the choice that you make. So check them out on their website, thesurechoice.com, or you can call 337-451-5959 for all your title and closing needs.
Wonderful. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about this. Comparison as far as moms.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mom comparison
And the mom guilt.
and the mom guilt.
Yeah. Um, that's
That's a tough one.
It's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard. You, at the end of the day, have to see, and I go back to this. Like, my little girl wanted to download this app on her iPad, and I was not about it. And I
Mhm.
told her no, and she was not happy about it. And she, she's 10 or almost 10. So there was a little tantrum and whatnot and an attitude. And I was like, look, this is what it comes down to. At the end of my life, when I go to heaven, I have to answer for every decision I made on your behalf.
Mhm.
My responsibility is to do what I believe is best for you and what I believe God tells me is best for you.
Mhm.
And this, you're not getting this because I believe you should not have this. I'm not
Mhm.
doing it to be mean, whatever. And I heard my mama's voice in my head. Don't you
of
hear your mama's voice? And because I used to hate when she would tell me that, but it's true.
Mhm.
Like, at the end of the day, what's right for your kids is what's right for your kids in your
Mhm.
eyes, and you're
Your
responsible.
specific family.
Yes.
Not everybody else's family.
No. And that's a hard thing to learn, that like there's going to be things you can't do that your friends can do, but
Mhm.
that's good for them, but that's not good for us. You know,
Mhm.
that's not good for you. But it is hard. It is hard as a mama, because you like, you want your kids to have what they want and be
Mhm.
happy, and you're like, well, if she's letting, maybe I should let, you know.
Mhm.
But how far is that gonna go?
Oh man,
You
and
know?
listen, it can go and it can go, and we were brought up in a different world. Like I could go spend a night, I could do all these things,
Oh, and go
and
ride your bike down
go
the road
ride
to
your
the
bike
house,
down the road.
like,
And listen, my sister-in-law said something about spending the night. I don't like that. There's only a few people that I will let that
yeah.
go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, we doing that? She was like, we not doing that. And I'm like, we don't have to do that?
Yeah.
And she was like, absolutely not. And I'm just like,
It was kind of validating.
yeah, because I was like, everybody else is doing it. But then, I have my own reasons why I don't want my kids to spend the night, but it's just like, we don't have to do that.
You don't have
I had
to.
a
Yeah.
revelation.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Brittany. But I had a revelation. I was like, we don't have to do that. I don't have to do what everybody else is doing as a parent. And I want to do what works best for my family. So
Yeah.
yeah, and
So
I always say this. We gonna compare ourselves to other people, but we also have to, but we never and we never gonna be totally happy with, we could be, I spend so much time with my kids, never be totally happy with I think I spend the best of my time was spent with my kids today. We got the most out of it. That's just not reality.
yeah.
You know, reality is I will be, and I'll never be content.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never be content,
Mm-hmm.
because contentment is for heaven.
Mm.
You won't be content until you get to heaven, and then that is where your happiness will be. And so I have to do my best on earth. Now, let me tell you what, like I said, I fall short, and I know this. I am a sinner. I'm a sinner, but there's some things that I don't want to be accountable for when I get there.
Mm-hmm.
But contentment is for heaven.
That's great. I never really thought of that,
You're not gonna be
but
content.
it's true in this world. Like, there's always going to be something to strive for, or to change, or to
Mhm.
compare, or to, like, yeah, it's like a hamster wheel, you
Yeah.
know. Um, thank God that He does allow us moments of contentment and joy,
Yeah.
and we have those moments of contentment.
Small moments.
Yeah.
Small moments.
But
But
the striving is because our souls long for heaven.
mhm.
Man, where did I read that recently?
That's so good.
Where I read this somewhere, and
We always want to be better so
and
we
it was
can be
like,
there for him.
why?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, why do people go through like depression and like turn to drugs and alcohol and all this stuff? And it's because our souls were not made to be apart from the Lord. And like our inner struggle, nothing can satisfy us, because we long to be with Him.
Do y'all hear this?
I know.
Are y'all hearing? This is good.
Yeah, but it made me think, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I always knew, like, you know, and it's so sad when people turn to those other ways, and they go down the wrong path in life
Mhm.
with drugs, alcohol, that type of stuff. And I always knew that it's because I always say, well, they just need Jesus. They just need Jesus. One touch from Jesus will heal all that.
Mhm.
But deeper than that is, that's why. It's because we were created to be with the Lord.
Mhm.
And a sinful nature has separated us,
Mhm.
and thank God we have, through Jesus, we can have that relationship still, but it's not the same. It's like one day we will be utterly just content.
Yeah. Just
How's
absolutely content.
yeah.
And what a day that will be. But and it also makes me think, we ought to be praying for these people who can't pray for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They might not be able to have that,
yeah,
but it's always good to remember to pray for them.
you're right, absolutely right.
All right, let's talk about renewed vitality.
Okay, renewed vitality. Emily Alamont, She offers you a more natural and holistic approach to wellness. So we went and met with her, and what I loved about our meeting with her was that she asked so many questions that your normal doctor is not going to ask. Okay, and she really tries to get to the root cause of like, why are you having these mood swings? Why are you feeling this way? Why you have no drive? Why you have no get up and go? You know what I'm saying? And after looking at your blood work, she has so many answers for you. And she turns first to, natural supplements and vitamins and diet changes and things like that before, if medicine needs to be introduced, that's always an option.
Yeah.
But it's a more natural and holistic approach to your health and wellness. So if that type of thing interests you, go ahead and check out Renewed Vitality on Facebook and Instagram, and revitalize your health and reclaim your life.
Yes. Renewed Vitality.
Renewed Vitality. With Emily.
All right. Well, I mean, this was an interesting. This was an interesting conversation that took a lot of different detours.
It did. Yeah.
We went a whole
we were just
lot
going
of
to talk about
places.
social media, but it's so much more than that.
It really is.
You can compare and contrast everything if you let your brain go there.
Oh, yeah.
But you just have to, and hopefully, I pray that you have a friend that, like, because I feel like we rein each other in a lot of times.
Oh, absolutely.
So I pray that you have that type of person in your life that will rein you in when you start to spiral out of that. And just know that, like, if any of this resonated with you, you're not crazy. You're not alone. Like, this happens even when you have the best of the best. Not saying we have the best relationship, but with Jesus, but like, you can be what I'm saying is you can be a Christian and try your best not to do it and still fall into it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But you can choose whether or not you entertain it. You can choose whether or not you elaborate and you let it spin out of control. And or do you recognize those thoughts coming from the enemy, those fiery darts, and you have to hold up your shield of faith against that.
Yes.
So
you are just speaking so much goodness today. I love it. Oh man, this is some good stuff. I feel like we can do a whole nother episode on this.
Maybe we will.
It's time for the altar call. I mean,
let's do it.
All right. Well, thank y'all for hanging out with us. We're going to go ahead and mention Long's products. They are our grand sponsor
Thank you, Longs.
This month. Thank you so much, Longs, for trusting us to get the word out for you.
Yes.
They are our favorite janitorial supply company out of Alexandria. They are a family-owned and operated Louisiana business since 1950, and in their third generation of operation, they have their very own Pelican brand chemicals that are popular on TikTok, made right here in Central Louisiana. They have Pine Oil 80, Dunzo Degreaser, Housekeeper number 1, the Toilet Ring Remover, Digest Plus enzyme. It gets rid of pet urine odors.
You know what I like most about their products? It takes a little. Like, it will last you so long. It's all concentrated.
Honestly, I don't remember whenever they sent us that stuff, but I still have
February or something like that. It was a long time ago.
It was a long time. And I'm still working on my Pine Oil. And I use that all the time.
And you do. That's what you mop with. And it smells so good. And it lasts. To me, like, I can tell when you mopped 2 days after you mopped, it still smells good.
Right. So all the watered down stuff you're going to get at the store, this is not the same thing. This is some good.
Go to longsproducts.com and just get you the good stuff.
That's right.
Yes.
And follow them on their socials because they good at Longs Products.
Well, thank y'all for listening again to another episode of Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. And we're going to see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. We hope you enjoyed your cup of coffee and our chat. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Until next time, keep the coffee brewing and the conversation flowing.